Hello, hello. I wanted to do a quick video following up a couple of those free consultations that I had with many of you over the last couple of weeks, because there was one thing that was coming up for many of you, and I was thinking that this is something that could help, that we are all struggling with, and it's about, how would I phrase it? I called it that your brain is a GPS, basically. So watch out how you use it, that you end up where you do want to end up. So my little bit of my own experience to frame it, how it all started, the idea in my head doing this video. I was sick recently. And then even like when I was already getting better and I had a session with my coach mentor, and I caught myself, and she even caught me on that. She said, like, you're a little bit like resisting today, huh? And I felt like a crybaby. I felt like I'm going to tell her how it is and everything that's going wrong and everything that I don't like, and poor me. And it's like I was just coming out of that, like recovering from the heavy flu, but I felt it had an impact on my brain as well. I was like, I'm the one who puts on the suits and like, let's do this, and the brave face and the courage, and there are no challenges, there are just opportunities, and this kind of like positive thinking. But when I was sick, I just felt like I need a break even from this, like being the strong one all the time. Like I need to rant, I need to complain like properly. So I did that in the session, and she loves me and I love her. So I knew it was a safe place to do that. And I don't do that in each session with her. But she was like, you're different today. And I said, yeah, I just felt like I needed to dump it somewhere. So ranting, venting, and this kind of like dumping it out in a safe way. Excellent. Okay. Full permission, and you actually don't need anybody's permission to do that, but yes, that's healthy, and you need to do that from time to time. You have to stay healthy, like not to fake it like every day. Like if you don't feel like it, then dump it. Okay, now that being said, like there's always looking for the balance, right? So I would say for each one of my rants, there are probably like at least 100 days that are okay, that I'm up to up to the task, up to the challenge. Your balance might be different, your path is different, your life is different, no comparisons here. But just to kind of like, what is your current ratio between your ranting and like venting and like blah, spilling it out? And how often do you actually focus on where you want to go? And that's, now I'm coming to my brain as a GPS metaphor, because I used it in many sessions and it seemed to resonate with lots of you. So listen up. When you're driving a car, you can imagine, or drive a bike if you don't drive a car, do you focus on the road, or do you look at the trees along the road and the houses and the obstacles that you don't want to hit? Do you drive looking ahead of you, or do you drive constantly looking back where you came from? And I know it's like a no-brainer metaphor, right? Of course. Like, but this works with your life in general. I cannot count how many women I spoke to in the last days who told me they were crystal clear on what they don't want in their life. I don't want to have conflicts. I don't want to feel like I'm not heard. And then so I have all this tension build up, and then I blow up because I cannot keep it inside of me anymore, and I feel disrespected. So it just turns completely like I explode. So they knew exactly what they didn't want. But when I asked them, okay, so how do we, because those are the trees by the road. You don't want to end up there. So don't looking there, because you will steer the wheel there, right? It's like, so eyes on the road. Where is it that you do want to go? And they didn't know. They were like, yeah, well, that's a good question. I didn't actually think about it. And no wonder you're not going there. Huh? And it's not, you've probably heard it if you're in a corporate world, you're doing any like soft skills development and leadership tracks and stuff, like you've management trainings, you've heard that before, right? That you need to set goals and all of these things. But think about your relationships Like if you're the mom who's losing patience with their kids or with their spouse, like if your spouse is changing roles and being like the third or fourth baby to take care of, and that's how you think about them. Whatever other challenges you have in your life, think about how do you want it to be instead? Not looking at the trees and gutters where you don't want to end up, but where do you want to go ideally? Yeah. So this last lady that I just spoke to, she was experiencing lots of conflict at work and at home as well, like lots of conversations that always went wrong. So we said, well, how do you want it to go? How do you want to show up? Knowing that you cannot change others, we cannot force them to change. Like it's better to start with yourself. So how do you want to show up no matter what? So that no matter what other people are doing, you will be in your zone and you will keep driving. You will keep your eyes on the road. So that's my question for you guys. If you catch yourself focusing on what you don't want in your life and complaining about something over and over and over again, start shifting your brain, pointing it towards where is the destination that you want to arrive at. Because that's the GPS you need to set up in your brain, set up in your emotional nervous system as well, so that it knows where it needs to get you. I know, might sound like a no-brainer, but are you doing it? So let's start practicing. Start treating your brain like a GPS machine and start typing in the destination that you want. Okay, focusing on you. What is in your control? Because I can guarantee the moment you change your state of being and your focus, the entire relationship will change as well, without anybody else doing anything else. And I'm not saying that you should let everybody roll over you like a bulldozer, not respect, that you will just soak it in and be sunny, shiny, happy. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what is your part? That's what you will work on. Good. Let me know how it went. If you want to share your GPS destination with me to make it like to commit, you don't have to do it publicly. If you want, you can go to the Facebook group to do that. But even like having an accountability partner, having somebody else who you tell, it already helps because it keeps you accountable. Now you know you have to do something about it, actually. Not just it's not just you who knows. Excuse me. Yeah, so let me know how it went and how you're turning your brain into a GPS. I look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy. Bye.